All right. Welcome to Poderosa, a Survivor podcast. I'm Tony. This is Vree. This is Mammers. We're here to talk about Survivor. Everybody's love and passion here. We're going to start off with episode one. We'll be covering the seasons going forward this season entirely. And then throughout off seasons, we might do some other little Survivor things that are fun. Y'all want to say anything?
No, I mean, this is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Last night was a fun start to the season. So, yeah, ready to get into it.
I always love talking Survivor, so any chance to do so, I'm always on board. And this season started off pretty well for season 49, the hype before Survivor 50, which we will probably also be covering with time. So, what did you think?
I loved it. And I will say, like, a lot of people after 48 were like, oh, Survivor, and everybody's just looking past 49 and going on to 50, kind of like you said. And I don't know, the fact that two people are coming back to 50, I think kind of got people like, oh, maybe this season is actually pretty good. So I think that was probably a good casting choice for them to have people from 49 on 50. But
I would say, I was kind of looking past, all right, I'm ready for 50. And I felt that way up until the episode started. And then once the episode started, it's like, okay, 49 is on. We're watching 49. I'm into it now. And
yeah,
that feeling of looking past it kind of went away as like we're on 49 now.
yeah. Did y'all see in like the near the beginning of the episode that they like threw in clips of like it seemed like about half the people who were on 50
Oh, all those people
when
were on 50 that they showed.
did,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but they didn't show everybody, which I thought was interesting.
It was interesting. I guess maybe they felt like that would be too long to show everybody, but they show
Yeah,
probably about 10 people.
that's what it felt like.
And
Yeah,
they showed all of their old clips too. It wasn't anything
Right.
new from
yeah,
Survivor 50 because Survivor 50 has already been filmed and the winner's already been crowned. We just don't know yet.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I haven't seen any spoilers, thank God, and then she'll
Same.
keep it that way.
Same.
But I mean, I thought it was a good intro. I always like Survivor premieres. I think it's one of the best episodes of the season just because, you get that hype, like we're so back, like especially
Yeah.
during a long off season like this one is, because like I feel like the fall season to spring season, not as much of a gap, but going from the spring to fall, I mean, you have the whole summer you have to slog through until you get more Survivor. So
Did
Yeah.
they crowned the winner already, or is it a live reunion thing where they crowning them at the live reunion?
Oh, that's a good
oh,
question.
I don't know.
Yeah, because the season's done other than that.
Yeah, the season is done. I guess they haven't crowned a winner yet.
Yeah.
Probably is. I guess the final three though is set.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay,
All right,
well, let's get
listen.
into this first episode. I mean, they kind of start off. A few people get their little like intro shot from the boat ride in, from the mats and all that. But I mean, to me, Jason stood out the most, like right off the bat, like, and it shocked me because he was like totally different than what I expected. Like his pants were sagging a little bit, and like I just expected him to be like very just like neat. And I don't know. I mean,
I I got very almost like awkward vibes from him.
yeah,
Even the way he was getting off the boat, like jumping around, which is fine to be excited, but it was just the way he was doing it. I was like, oh, this guy's going to be awkward. He's going to be socially awkward with these people.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Jason. I want to like Jason more than I do. I feel like he captured like a lot of people, and they're like, "Oh, we really like this guy," but for some reason, for me, I'm still like, I don't know. I'm not high on Jason. I'm definitely not high on Jason like I am other people in the season. Like there's easily a good 8 people I like more than Jason. So
Yeah.
I mean, to start off with him, and I feel like he got a ton of time talking to Jeff. Like he was talking to Jeff a ton on that first episode. So I mean, I don't know if that really foreshadows anything, but just something to note that
Well, I will say too, I definitely felt like we saw the yellow tribe the least, so that could be a factor into your Jason
yeah,
views. We didn't see the yellow tribe as much as the other two
no,
tribes.
not near as close. Not near as close. And I don't, and it's probably because they won immunity, of course. That's usually how the edit goes.
Right.
But at the same time, like the other two tribes are just, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on,
yeah.
especially the blue
I
tribe.
I can't believe he was like just openly, quickly like, oh, I was the male alternate. He was just like having a
I've never
full
seen that happen.
No.
Like
like
where they're
moment.
Or they're just so openly, yeah, I wasn't on the show until last night.
Did you notice
Yeah.
that
Which
Jeff said during the challenge that like Jason just found out he was playing a couple hours ago? Like,
yeah.
so it was like
Which
right
I don't
up
know.
to
Like
the end.
if I was playing, I don't feel like it would affect my like reasoning to align with anybody really. Because I don't really know
No.
why it's
Yeah,
always been kept such a secret. But
I mean, what difference does it make? Because they're supposed to all be meeting each other for the first time anyway. So who cares if
yeah,
you were cast?
kind of arrested before
yeah,
that, and they like see each other. You know what I'm saying? Like they're
Yeah,
kept in separate rooms, but like coming and going, probably meal times or bathroom times or something. They probably couldn't
yeah,
go and see each other.
yeah,
But I think that it was interesting that there's a lot of alternates on this season. I don't know if you guys know that or not. Like, not only did they have to pull the two alternates for this season, but a couple of the people that were cast were alternates for previous seasons, 48 and 47. So I like that they go back in and they they find good people and they say, you know what, you're probably not meant for this season, but don't hold out on hope. Like,
yeah.
just hold on and maybe next season could be your season. And they seem to do that. I mean,
I think it makes sense if you're picked as an alternate and don't actually go on to be able to go on like the next season or whatever.
Yeah.
yeah, I feel
Because
that.
when you're an alternate, you already had to go through such a process, the same process and everything else as them. You're there, you had to go to Fiji and everything.
It takes
And,
weeks of your life to
right. And then
prepare
you
for
don't
all that.
play. So like you should get
Yeah.
that opportunity to play later. And like we saw with Rachel, I mean, she ends up winning after not being on the previous season as an
Right.
alternate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's wild. Another thing on the mat that like really stood out to me was Jake and like how quickly he was able to tell that story about his dad, like without like building. I feel like that's a story that you build relationships with, and then you tell the story. For him to
right.
just tell it out loud like that makes me feel like he was doing it for a reason.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that might, I don't know. If I was on the outside and I hear that, like I think there's a motive to it.
The fact that he in the first day talked about his dad going blind and this is the last episode he'll see or season he'll see,
Yeah.
and the fact that his wife is having a child in a week, all in
Yeah.
the first episode. It's
Yeah.
like, are you trying to let everyone know that they should give you no chance of winning this game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because that's
I thought
like
that was
that's
wild.
multiple like sob stories all packed instantly.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
he's just one of those guys that like he feels like that's how he can relate to people.
I mean, possibly,
Is
but
bringing up that kind of thing. Like, look, I'm human, like you. Like, I have struggles. Like, da da da. But I think that Survivor is trying to paint him as more of a Joe type. But I don't get Joe from him.
no.
Or
I just
Jonathan. I was getting like big time
yeah.
Jonathan
You
vibes.
take Jonathan and Joe and mix them together,
You
and
kind of get
you kind of get
yeah.
Jake. Yeah, for sure. And like he there's no strategy behind any of this. Like if you like all of his confessionals, if you listen to it, it's not like, oh, I'm saying this to get on their good sides or whatever the case. He was just saying it to say it.
Yeah, he was just
He was
blurting
just
it out. But that
Well,
was
we also
interesting. I
see
agree. I thought that was interesting.
that he's like it's not the smartest game move to just tell everybody that Alex is your number one either. Like to
I
go
mean, yeah, I
around.
mean, it was
Oh,
wild the way he just went about that. Like, oh yeah, me and Alex, we vibe heavy, super hard. I knew within 5 minutes he's my number one. Like, you probably shouldn't let your whole tribe know this.
no,
Like,
especially during pre-merge where anything can happen. Like and if you I don't know if you noticed, no idols this episode, no beware advantages this episode.
oh, you're
So,
right.
there's not even like advantages in play to make them want to align with these people. It isn't like he's like, oh, I saw Alex, find the beware advantage. I want to know what's going on, so I'm going to be best bros with him.
yeah,
It was
Yeah.
pure social, pure chemistry of those two people of just getting along, vibing together. They even had that little segment of them like both drinking water at the same time, in the same stance or
Yeah.
whatever. But I thought it was a good story for that tribe. It's definitely like you definitely know how that tribe was cut and who's with who and what people are trying to do from the edit as an audience. The tribe themselves probably don't know fully what's going on,
Yeah.
but as an edit, I thought they did a very
Yeah.
good job of breaking it down and saying this person's in this position, this person's on the bottom.
Yeah.
I will say, speaking of that tribe, it was definitely my least favorite tribe in the first episode.
But there was so much going
Yeah.
on.
It was interesting, but like that tribe, I don't know. It's just like,
It's a hot mess.
yeah, it was just a lot of, I don't know.
Let me pull
The
this tribe and name it off really quick, just so we all are familiar. This is Jake, Alex, Nicole, Sophie, Jeremiah, and Annie.
Yeah. And I will say probably like might be my three least favorite people in the first episode are all on that tribe. One of them getting eliminated later on. But like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like people who make things their whole identity. Nicole, I mean, instantly going to Jeremiah, oh my God, you're gay too? Wow, we're amazing. Like,
Yeah, I didn't like that. Was terrible.
there's more to people than just like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I didn't care for that. And then Annie, I never liked that type of
archetype. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't like the old lady with pink hair who's trying to be hip
She's
and
not
young.
wild though. It didn't seem like.
No, but
I thought she had a better.
She seemed
Kind
pretty
of a
chill.
better
I mean, she
kind of
wasn't
game
Carolyn. Was my
personality than
point.
like Sue.
yeah,
I feel like Annie's smarter, if that makes any
Yeah.
sense at all. She kind of knows what's going on more so.
yeah. I just never like. I mean, like her. I instantly don't get good vibes. I didn't like Sue. I didn't like Carolyn. Like I just don't
Care for that archetype.
Right.
They're trying to push that archetype so
Yeah,
hard.
they try and give us one of those every season now.
They're
And
giving us
I don't
cookie
know.
cutters from past.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Past
Definitely.
survivors. Which like I understand. Ratings
Yeah.
are everything. It is a TV show at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And if you know that this character, like for example, like the what's her name, Christina. Christina, said she's going to be Saray 2.0.
Yeah.
Why do you want to do that? Like
Be Christina.
Yeah, be Christina. Like be Christina. And then let people come to their own assumption of, oh, she reminds me of Saray.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you don't want to go in gaming like another gamer. Like
And
that's
they
not going to
even-
get you anywhere. You're not Saray. Be
Yeah.
Christina.
They even tried to edit her like Suri too, at that whole little bit where she was like, "Oh my God, a bug! Oh my God, a frog! Oh my God, a leaf!" Like,
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
she has the look like Suri. So I mean,
like
I love Saray too. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't hate that character, but we know what Survivor is trying to do, and it's
Right.
there's probably 100,000 people that apply a year,
Yeah.
and you're gonna cast someone that's exactly like somebody else, and the reason why they do that is for ratings. I mean, they know
yeah.
that's where the ratings are.
yeah, no, they definitely try and get those similar archetypes every season. Like they do it for sure.
Big Brother's even worse, but that's
Yeah.
a whole other podcast.
well, then
But-
after the mats, they jump into the reward challenge. And what did y'all think of the pairings of like Jake and Annie to start, and then like what was it, Matt and I can't remember who Matt was with.
They did some interesting things. I mean, having Annie as your choice to go run and pick up a heavy box and carry it back. I mean, I don't. What is she? 120 pounds, maybe? Like,
Yeah,
Second, not to be devil's advocate, but you have to remember they don't know each other yet. I mean, you look at Annie and she's thin. She could be fast. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
but I'm not expecting her to be able to carry a heavy box back, and she couldn't. I mean, Jake had to go do hers too.
Yeah,
Like to
Yeah.
me, that part of the challenge screams Jake and Alex.
yeah.
They're strong, big dudes who can go carry a box. You know
I'm
what I mean?
okay
Like,
with one of them being the swimmer though too, because that takes a lot of strength as well.
yeah. No, I mean, I get it. I don't know if I just feel like
Annie,
right. That's what I'm saying. Like Annie makes more sense to be on the puzzle than doing some heavy
lifting
task.
physical activity.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that was a questionable choice, and they end up losing. So, and the big part
Yeah.
was because of how slow they got behind because of Annie.
No sweat
Yeah.
savvy either this episode. I mean, they had like a little, trip or whatever with Rizzo and who was the other guy?
Alex.
Alex.
Yeah. I was
Which was
surprised.
like that was so fun to watch. Like
yeah.
Rizzo
Well,
and going
right
back and
before we
forth.
get to that, I want to finish on the first reward challenge. I was kind of surprised that the Yellow Tribe had won, and then they won again later in the episode. I don't know. I didn't get the vibes that the Yellow Tribe would be like the
The
challenge tribe,
Yeah.
and yet they're 2-0 so far. So I find that very interesting.
Yeah. So who's on the Yellow Tribe? We got Jason,
The Yellow
Matt,
Tribe
Steven.
is
Steven.
Matt's what's good. I think that's kind of surprising because I don't know, but the beginning of both challenges he went and he got off to a really good lead both times.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
And the fact
No.
that he's the fire maker too, so he just has like outside weird skills.
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
no, he's into it.
Yellow Tribe is Steven, Matt, MC, Jason,
Sophie,
Sophie,
and Christina.
We
And
didn't
MC
really
and
get a lot
Sophie
from
both
this
look like
tribe.
strong females
Sophie
too.
was purple this episode. I think we got maybe one confessional from her.
Sophie and
Yeah.
MC were like the two least shown people in the episode, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, so then after they win,
Christina too, I would say, yeah.
we get Rizzo versus Alex, and that I mean, I will say I did not come into the season expecting to like Rizzo. I don't know why. I thought he was going to be cringy and annoying.
Yeah.
Easily my favorite player in the first episode.
Oh,
It changed my tune on him so quickly. He was hilarious.
He was so
I was dying watching him do this challenge. Just walking over there, putting his pieces right on Alex's pieces, like making fun of himself, all these things. It was it was so funny. And then he wins somehow because Alex
got his coconut next to his foot, and he's
so long,
and he still somehow pulled out a W. Like
he walked over that coconut to go to Alex's puzzle so many times and did not realize it. And I'm just like, oh my God.
I couldn't believe how much Alex just folded and fell apart during that.
Oh yeah.
If someone was coming over to my puzzle and looking at it, I would literally I would go back over and flip my puzzle on the ground. I was like,
but the problem was he couldn't find the wheel.
Yeah.
So he didn't
But the thing about that too was crazy to me because he kept digging in the same area but never digging deeper. He just kept like moving sand around on the top in a whole radius. And it's like, okay, if you're confident this is where it is, maybe go more than 3 inches into the dirt, into the sand.
It was deep.
Like, yeah, that's why Rizzo got it, because he dug deep in the same spot.
Yeah.
We said at the beginning of this challenge, we're like, okay, we know that Rizzo's going to win because the edit tries to trick you. You know what I'm saying?
The edit set us up.
But I did not expect him to win that way.
No.
I did not expect him to win that way, where he was taking his puzzle pieces, moving them over across the board, and he was saying, sorry, bro, like, I got to
He's going to have some funny lines this entire season. Like, the way
he was like,
the way he's like, what he say? I wish I could hug myself, but that's weird. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like he was, everything he was saying was so funny.
Charismatic guy.
Yeah. No, easily my like I said, my favorite after episode 1. And I did not expect that, but I very much enjoyed everything that he was bringing at the table. And then he gets back to his tribe. I guess we can go into the red tribe a little bit since we haven't done them so much. This is my favorite tribe so far.
The red tribe is Savannah, Jawan, Nate, Sage, Shannon, and did I say that? Savannah, Jawan, Nate, Sage,
Shannon and Rizzo.
Yep.
Yeah, I love this tribe. I mean, obviously Rizzo I thought was really fun. I enjoyed Savannah. She seems like she's got the Parvati Genevieve archetype for the season. It seems like she's that bill.
She's more sassy than they are. She's definitely more like cheeky in her confessionals.
But she has, but not towards the players.
Not saying towards the players. I'm saying her personality itself is a little bit more spicy, I feel like, than a Parvati.
But I will say, I feel like Parvati and Genevieve are kind of the same way, where they're not like that towards the players, but are that way in their confessionals too. I kind of think
Genevieve as much.
I don't think Genevieve as much. Parvati a little bit. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're putting her into that mold for the season. She's going to be smart and strategic and all the things.
Do you know what she reminds me of? A better player Venus. Like, Venus was so bad, like, as a player, but, like, you take her kind of spicy, kind of blunt personality and put it in Savannah, who seems to be a good player. I mean, they showed a lot of Savannah tonight.
Yeah. I will say with her, too, I was shocked by how small she is.
She's tiny. She's tiny. She's, like, as tiny as me, if not littler.
Like, standing next to her tribe, it was like, wow, she is so small.
Yeah. Well, they also have Nate and Rizzo and Sage, who are all super tall people too. So
yeah, Sage is huge. I mean, what is she, like 6'3" or something? I feel like
Sage has got to be almost 6 foot tall.
She's
got to be.
Speaking of Sage,
the alternate for 47.
Okay. Well, speaking of her, as far as this red tribe goes, she is my least favorite. So
Sage?
Yes.
I disagree.
I know
I disagree. I have Shannon as the worst.
Absolutely Shannon.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I will say I can agree with that too. I didn't say Shannon because it seems like she's comfortably and not going to be going home, whereas Sage could go home. So if I'm picking,
it's so wild that Savannah like loves her and wants to work,
but she doesn't. But she
does.
She kind of in the confessional, she was like happy about it.
Right. No, but she also said like her little hippy dippy spirit thing. I can't stand it, but I'm going to work with her anyways. So it's like she doesn't really like her, but she kind of does. I don't know. It's very strange.
I mean, Jawan is right there with them. Like totally fine with it. Like
Shannon
would be first boot target if I was
Yeah.
on that tribe. I'd be
Yeah.
like, we gotta get this bitch out of here. Crazy. Like,
Yeah, her or Sage would be my pick to go.
yeah.
But I said Sage because she's on the outs, and it actually would make sense for her to go. Shannon, I don't think is going anywhere. So
Yeah.
Sage is. You did make a good statement when you called her like the female Tyson. Is the vibes you get by the way she talks and like
she's kind of witty, and she's kind of like she's got those little bit one-liners and stingers like Tyson does, and like because like if you look at her and you listen to her, you don't think she's funny, right? Because that's not the funny you expect from a female.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like especially a female character on Survivor, and I told Vreeland, I said view her like you would view Tyson, and you would like her more, and for sure, like it's just she just has that type of dialect that reminds me of Tyson, and the same kind of humor that reminds me of Tyson. And people either like that or they don't like that. I
guess I just find it's very odd and different for a girl to be like going on and on about poop and stuff. Like that was very like, is this really happening right now? Like, is this what I'm listening to?
We're like on the verge of crazy a little bit, but not quite. She's still funny in a way, so she's definitely different. Like,
and then I really liked Nate. I thought Nate was
a big standout to me as somebody that I didn't.
Yeah, his stock went up for me. He seems like a chill, good vibes type of dude to be around. I feel like. And then like lastly on that tribe, I will say when Jawan got frustrated trying to make fire and Savannah called it a giant red flag, I was like, why is that a giant red flag?
Yeah, I don't know. I like Jawan. Was that his voice at the beginning of the episode that was kind of like narrating it?
I don't remember. I'd have to watch it back.
I think it was, and that just makes me feel like he's like being portrayed as the storyteller.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would think that somebody who's being put in that spotlight like that wouldn't go super early.
Well, we thought the same thing with Tevin, and Tevin went pre-merge.
Yeah, but he did make it to like,
didn't he?
I think
maybe his first merge.
Yeah, I think he was like first merge or something.
Yeah.
It was early.
Merge, yeah.
But I will say it does seem like so far on that tribe, based on everything, because so Shannon and Savannah are definitely going to be in the power seats. And then it seemed like Savannah was leaning towards Nate and Rizzo being the group she wants to be with, but she also made that group with Jawan and Shannon.
Yeah.
So that only leaves Sage having zero alliance so far. So
it's the same situation as Nicole on the blue tribe.
Nicole was the only one that had no alliance so far, and we see how that resulted. So
I feel like they did such a good job though of editing that blue tribe to where you knew exactly what was going on.
It was so clear.
Who was working with who. Like Sophie is killing it on that tribe. Like Sophie with an I, she is killing it on that tribe because she's right in the middle. She's working with Alex and Jake. And then she was also, she says she likes, what's his name?
Jeremiah.
I keep on calling Julian, and his name is not Julian. His name is Jeremiah. So she also, and I don't know what she sees with that. But, and then, Alex said he liked Andy. Yeah. So we knew, like, Nicole, again, was the only one without connections, and that she was going to be in trouble if they were going to go to tribal. Well, that's exactly what happened.
And then Annie also told Sophie that Sophie and Jeremiah should vote together next round to get Jake or Alex out. Yeah. So Sophie is in a very good spot right now, I would say. Probably the best.
It's wild to me how, like, everybody wants to work with somebody else rather than the person that wants to work with them, I feel like. Like, Jake wants to work with Alex. Alex wants to work with Annie. Annie wants to work with
Sophie.
Sophie. And then Sophie
wants to work with Jeremiah. Yeah. It's just like
it's a ring around the rosy type of situation going on.
It just left Nicole in the outs. Who, speaking of Nicole, kind of, the shoe bandit thing, I mean, what are we doing? But also great TV. Great TV. And I was telling her, if I'm Jake, the next shoe I hide is my own. I'm going and taking my left shoe and putting it somewhere. And then I'm going to say, now my shoe's missing. What is happening?
That's perfect.
And then no one's going to accuse Jacob. Yeah, no one would accuse Jake of being the shoe bandit if he's hiding his own shoe. So I think that would be hilarious.
I think it's funny that that shows you something that he is doing because of how much free time they have out there. Like they have so much free time where you do nothing at all. Like you've got to do something to entertain yourself.
And that's what he's doing. He's just entertaining himself, causing a little chaos or whatever. But
he's 95% like entertainment or whatever.
5% chaos.
As of what I've seen so far, he is not smart enough to hide his own shoe, though.
No, I know. I don't think so either. But that was the first thing that came to my head because I'm like, if I were to do this, that is what I would do.
So funny.
Because that would make no one think it's me.
Yeah. We'll
I don't
see.
know. That whole thing was hilarious, though, too. Jake has a very big, interesting personality. I don't know if I like it or not yet, but it's a very big and interesting personality.
He at least lasts a little bit into the season because he does have like a charismatic, good TV personality.
Oh yeah, I want to see more of him.
He's necessarily funny or a good player,
right?
But he's just, I don't know. You just want to watch him.
You want to see what he's doing.
Yeah, you want to see what he's doing.
Yeah,
next,
no, I agree.
Whether it's good or bad.
But after, I guess we'll go right into like the results, immunity, or whatever. I was very happy to see the Blue Tri Blues. Like I said, they're my least favorite so far. And then the fact it came down, my two least favorite people in the first episode were the two people on the block. I was like, oh, this is just fantastic. Like, I'm loving this.
I watched Big Brother, Goofy.
Well, I meant just like
on the chopping block.
Yeah, the chopping block. Yeah, I was like, I'm good with either Nicole or Annie going here. I was happy to see Nicole go. She, to me, wasn't bringing anything to the table. Yeah. I wasn't vibing with her.
This cast, like, as a whole, there's some people that I just didn't really care for, or like, like I didn't really care for Jason. I didn't really care for Matt that much. I didn't really care for Nicole. So there's also people on this season that I really liked. Yeah. Like Rizzo. Yeah. I really like Jawan. I really like Sophie with an I. So I mean, like, there's some good. It's a mix. It's a good mix of it. Where I feel like I generally like the cast a lot on 47 and 48. I would say 49 is just a little bit step down for me from that, but it's still a good, decent cast.
But it's also only the first episode, so you're going to grow to like people more probably. Correct. And you said you don't like Matt. I actually did like Matt.
Yeah, he liked Matt more than I did.
I thought Matt was pretty interesting. And the whole fire situation, I know I saw you. I heard your thoughts on it, where you said that you thought it was like a bad whatever. What did you say? You thought it was like a bad move to not just do the fire or something?
Yeah, I think he should have. I think at some point he needed to realize and kind of like self-reflect that he needed to be the one to do it.
And see, I have the total opposite view. I thought the way he went about it was perfect because, one, you're not being controlling. You're not saying, oh, I know how to do this. Step aside. Let me do this. So you're not being the annoying control. Because he's the old – when you're the old player on you can't do that. The second you do that, you are super on the outs.
Yeah.
So the way he went about it was, I'm going to let them try and have their survivor moment, which they want to have if they can do it. And when they can't and they fail, I'll just go ahead and do it. And I love Steven sitting there saying, I can tell Matt can do this. I'm going to just tell Matt,
that was funny.
Can you do this? It was great.
So, and I don't know how the edit did this, but the edit made it seem like he did it in the first strike, right? Like it was like super fast. If he did it that fast, I feel like he should have done it a little bit slower.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But again, that's one thing where the edit could easily be telling us he did it in one strike and he did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it took him forever. It might have been 5 strikes or something, but I doubt it was just being fire. You know what I mean? But the edit showed it that way. But and speaking of Steven, he was like full on panic attacking over nothing the whole episode. I don't know what that was.
Him out the water of him just like I don't fit in.
I'm on the outs.
Yeah, these people are gonna, what if they're lying to me? What if they're working with each other? And someone's like, yeah, of course they're working with each other. Like that's Survivor. Matt said, like, you think there's other alliances in the game? And it's like, yeah, of course there's other alliances in the game. Like,
so yeah, as far as Steven, like I feel like he got a huge edit on a tribe that did not get much of an edit. So that makes me think that Steven's going to be a pretty big character at least.
Well, my thoughts on it. It's so weird to me. Like he was panicking so much and so paranoid, and yet from what I could tell, it seemed like he was in the best position on the tribe.
Yeah.
So it seemed like we have this guy who's the safest, yet acting like he is the one going home. It was very weird to me the way he got in his head so hardcore about it.
How is that tribe cut alliance-wise?
We don't really know.
Really, I mean, I feel like Steven and Matt. That's like the only pair.
Yeah, Steven and Matt is like the only.
That's the only thing we saw so far was Steven and Matt.
A little bit in there, but
no, I mean, from what I could tell, we only saw Steven and Matt align, and we saw nothing else.
Yeah, we got hardly anything from MC, Christina, or Sophie.
Right. Like, so I mean, I'm sure we'll get more of them next episode, but so far, all we've seen is Steven and Matt align.
Right.
which is fine by me. They're probably my two favorites on the tribe, I would say, so far. I feel like I'll like MC, but it's just hard to say when we only saw
Yeah.
5 seconds of her in the whole episode.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I'm gonna like Christina too. I don't know. She seemed fun.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I didn't dislike her. I probably liked her more than I expected to, but I still am not super high yet. I'm not overly in love with that archetype. Like even Suri, she's fine. I don't dislike her, but like I'm not one of those people that's like, oh my god, Suri. Like there's some people that are literally love her.
I said this to him yesterday. I kind of like seeing like there's like 5 or 6 people on this cast who are a little bit like heavier.
Yeah,
like they got a little bit of weight to them, and like that's not something you see all the time on Survivor. You know what I'm saying?
There's definitely more of it.
There's definitely more of that this season, and this season is also like on average older than a general cast of Survivor by a long shot. I don't think it's like an average like 4 to 5 years older.
Well, we don't really have anyone super young from what
Rizzo. I think
Rizzo's the youngest.
25. Yeah. That's it.
And 25's that's not young for Survivor. I mean,
no.
I mean, they've had like 20-year-olds and stuff. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know how old like Savannah is, or like I would say maybe Steven would be young.
I mean, Savannah. Jason, I would say Savannah's probably at least 30 if she was a former TV reporter. I mean, how young can she be?
Correct.
Yeah.
To have already been a TV reporter and now isn't, like, she can't be that young.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, we could look up the ages they have.
She might quit to be on Survivor too.
Yeah.
How about okay, so then we get into the immunity challenge, and did y'all see after like well, I think it was Jeremiah who got the mud, and then Nicole spit the water in his eye.
Oh my god!
That was
spitting water in your face
that you just met yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, I will say,
I wouldn't want anyone doing that, let alone someone that I just met.
I mean, I'm telling y'all, as someone who has played like a 7-day Survivor game, like anybody would have been okay with that.
That's wild.
I don't know why. Like, you just really like it doesn't matter. You're so dirty and disgusting after like a couple hours. It doesn't even matter. That's how. So like, I really like actually related to that in a way. But it was also like, whoa, that was like very.
I mean, yeah, I don't remember what
television.
I don't remember ever seeing someone do something like that on the show. Like that was wild.
Reddit went crazy when that happened. They were like, how disgusting is that? Like someone with their spit water just right in your face. I mean, I know you're dirty or whatever, but come on.
Yeah, that was definitely
water bottle with the
right.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It was interesting. I mean, it was different. It gave us something new that we haven't seen. It's funny.
Was such a fast clip too.
Oh yeah, it's funny how you can be on season 49 and still be seeing all these new things that have never happened before.
Yeah.
How about Annie with the ball thing? Like, I don't know why she couldn't figure out the fact that she needed to move her arm instead of like keep it closed. Like, I don't know why. I mean, like, she couldn't just. She's like, I can't go further. Well, everybody else is, Annie. So somebody is messing up here, and it's you.
Right. They were a mess doing that.
The community challenge was. I haven't seen that snake. You remember the last time they used that snake?
The last time I remember, it was in like the water.
Heroes versus villains.
They had a cage in the water. No, they did it in New Era ones, I think.
Oh yeah, because I think they had to carry it over, like in the water. They had to carry it over.
Well, that was Cody's season, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. They had to get it over it. Yeah, that's the last time I remember seeing the snake.
Yeah,
and they had to do 3 of them per tribe in this challenge. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah,
but then they put Nicole and Annie, who were clearly like the worst 2 challenge people, on the final part of the challenge.
No, that Nicole and Jeremiah, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, Nicole and Jeremiah.
But did you notice when they were pulling the snake through like a little, I don't know, maze, whatever you want to call it? Nicole was just letting Jeremiah pull it by himself. Like Nicole wasn't even picking it up. Jeremiah was
useless.
Yeah, it was rough.
Which,
Jeremiah is someone who like I didn't think I was gonna like, because in the preview they made it a point to like make his laugh like as annoying as you could make a laugh.
I hate it.
But when he's quieter, like he's a lot more like
tolerable.
I can take it more.
It's a struggle for me so far with him, because as a player, I was kind of liking what he was doing in the episode, but his voice. I can't do whatever that is. There's no way he actually sounds that way. He is forcing his voice to sound that way, because you can't possibly sound that extremely.
No idea.
Like, I
don't
mean,
know.
that voice is
I think you'll
crazy.
get used to the voice over a couple episodes, I think. And as long as his
Maybe.
gameplay like sticks to what it is and it's solid,
Yeah.
I think you'll grow to like him a little bit more.
Right. I mean, I did like him more than I expected because of
Yeah.
his gameplay. Like, I thought as a Survivor player, he was doing a good job, and I like that.
Did you hear he got hit by a car the day he flew out to
No, I
Fiji?
didn't hear that.
Wow.
And Venus was there. I don't know why Venus was there, but Venus saw him get hit by the car.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
No, I didn't know that. That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Uh,
speaking of Jeremiah and them losing that challenge, we can go into Tribal because what
Oh,
he
yeah.
said in Tribal was one of the worst things I've heard, I think.
Oh, before we start Tribal, can we just talk about Tribal? This is one of the coolest Tribal scenes I have
Oh
ever
my God,
seen.
I agree.
With the freaking pirate ship in the back, and
Yeah.
it's like on the side of like the beach or whatever.
Yeah, it was
It's
cool.
like a hut.
They did a good job with
They
that.
did a good job. I thought it was really neat looking.
And I will say, like, we watched like a wrap, and Mike Bloom talked about the Survivor scene being great this season, and he nailed it because it's really cool how they have the pirate ship and everything in there. But
I hope they're setting it up for 51 to be a theme again and not just Survivor 51.
Oh, I hope so because it's when you talk Survivor with people and you think of seasons, they're so much more recognizable when they have a theme or a country or something that makes them stand out like that. You can think about like when you have Survivor 41, Survivor 42, they just blend so much more together than they did when they, actually were their own season.
Yeah. I'm good at like knowing who played on what season normally, but with 41 and 40, like 41 and 49, like I can't, especially like unless you're like a standout character, big time, like winner or like the biggest character, I can't figure out what season you were on.
No, I know you played New Era. I know you played one of them. Like I can think of it, but
the main people from each season. Like if you were to tell me like who are the main people from each season, then I could list them off. But if you name like some third boot that I have I might be able to, but not off the top of my head, I wouldn't be able to name.
I mean, I could even tell you who played together. Like I could more easily tell you like, oh, Cody, Gabler, Jesse played together, whatever, Noel. But was it 43?
Yeah, 43.
Like I have to like question myself. Like, was it? I know it was probably 42 to 44, somewhere in there.
Yeah,
I'm guessing 43, but like it's not just like, oh, that was Cambodia or something like that. It's not, it doesn't click as easier. So, but yeah, going back to Tribal with Jeremiah. I mean, his statement of like, oh yeah, we identified there's two weaknesses, and now we're debating. And it's like, okay, you only told Nicole Annie. You only told Annie Nicole. So you basically just told both of them that they're the two that are being discussed to go home. And you just exposed your alliance.
And Jeremiah, what are you going to do when they both play their shot in the dark? Then what?
Right.
Yeah. Then what? Like that all of a sudden changes everything at that point,
Well,
so like.
Also, they told Annie like that she was the decoy, and he just made it like, I don't know, the way he worded it was bad. For that.
Yeah, it was
like going forward.
It basically told her, you're not just a decoy, you're the next vote.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
or
she already
like you're still an option right now.
Sophie in the first place and said to Sophie, hey, I'm worried about being the fifth over here. So I need to get with you and Jeremiah so we can, work together. And so she was doing what she had to do there at the end. And that's why Sophie liked her and kept her around instead of Nicole.
And now if I'm Annie, after hearing Jeremiah say that, I get back to the beach, I'm going to start working on Jake and Alex.
Yep. Absolutely.
Because I already feel like Jeremiah has me viewed as the next vote. So maybe I have a better chance with Jake and Alex than I do with Jeremiah and Sophie now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So that was
like
wild.
Jake seems like very loyal. So I don't think Jake would ever flip on anybody.
No, I don't see it changing. I think Annie's going to be next regardless. But I think it was bad to like basically tell her you're next regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Which will set us up if they go down to 4 and they lose again. I mean, I know this is getting in advance here, but like, I don't know what they would do at that point because, I mean, Jake and Alex don't seem like they would vote each other.
And from Survivor New Era past, there's no swap or there's no, changing of tribes early. And the only season they did that was 45. So the likelihood there's another swap is probably not very
No,
likely.
they swapped in 48, didn't they? I'm pretty sure they
Yeah,
swapped in
they
48.
did.
Yeah.
That's when
Okay.
Kyle and Camilla did that's when
Yeah.
Thomas
That's
got.
right. That's right. You're right.
Yeah.
So they've done it twice over the past 9 seasons.
But it is more of the recent ones, so maybe they are switching because it is good to have a swap, especially how one tribe keeps getting decimated every season. I'm not saying that'll happen this season, but it's happened a lot in the new era.
Well, I think a lot of people predicted the blue tribe to be the weak tribe from what I saw throughout. They just basically, it was like Jake, and then the rest just seemed pretty bad at challenges.
You can't put one strong guy on a tribe full of 3 or 4 duds and expect that one strong guy to carry the rest of them.
Yeah.
Just because
Even
Jonathan can do it doesn't
I mean,
mean all the rest of them can do it.
Well, even then, they went to tribal a couple times, I think, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have put it between blue and yellow for weakest tribe. I could see the red tribe being the strongest overall. Yeah. They don't really have the weak spots. They have just generally solid people. But the yellow, like I said, the yellow tribe has really impressed me. So I guess the blue tribe is just the weakest. But again, it should make it more interesting now that they got rid of one of those weak people. Yeah. Like Nicole, I find it interesting. She's a bigger girl, yet she's still weak. So she's slow and weak. And that is not a good
Survivor combo.
If you're going to be a bigger set person, you got to be able to do the stronger things then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can't be useless in both ways. Because then that's what makes it hard for you to stick around.
Yeah. She needed to do more with the snake, I think, and
right.
Making Jeremiah. Was she on the puzzle in the reward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that wasn't a big deal really, but she needed to do more with the snake, I think. Also, going back to that reward challenge kind of randomly, did y'all notice, I don't know if it was Savannah or Shannon, probably Savannah because she looks like she'd be faster, but did you see one of them running down the beach? They looked like they were running like Usain Bolt. It was the fastest running I've ever seen.
No, I actually think that was Shannon.
Okay. Yeah, because the way I actually thought it was Shannon, but then I was like, there's no way. She doesn't look as fast as Savannah would look. But I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Savannah got off in front of her, and then Shannon just zoom past. And I'm just like, how are you so fast?
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
Yeah, no, I remember that. That was wild.
Who are y'all's top 3 favorites from the episode so far?
That's tough.
Probably Rizzo, Savannah, and Jawan.
And so you went all red, and I think I'm also going to go all red because I think mine is Rizzo, Savannah, and Nate.
I mean, we all agree on Rizzo and Savannah, that's for sure. My third is, I'll go to the blue tribe, though, and say Sophie. I like her personality.
I almost said Sophie from the blue tribe,
I'm actually surprised you didn't say Sophie because it seemed like you really liked her.
I did. You know what she reminds me of, Tony? She's literally Angelina 2.0, bro. She looks like her. She acts like her.
I mean, I'm watching her at Tribal. I was like, I'm watching Angelina.
It's Angelina.
She has the same outfit. She looks the exact same. She's talking. Her mannerisms are the same. I'm like,
I totally.
I'm getting Angelina in 49 and 50 apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just a lot of contestants on here that remind me of previous contestants. Sophie reminds me of Angelina. Sage reminds me of Tyson. Alex reminds me of Gabe from 47. There's just more.
He did give Gabe vibes so much. When he was talking to Annie, I was like, wow, I am literally watching Gabe talk to Sue right now.
Yeah.
Literally. This is a repeat of that.
It really does. And then Matt reminds me of, who is the bigger guy from season 30? The mailman.
From 30.
Be a mailman or whatever.
Did he go early?
He's a bigger guy.
I can't remember.
Let me use the power of Google, but I forget his name.
But yeah, those would be my 3 top, and for bottom 3, it would have been Nicole, Annie, and
Dan Foley.
Oh, okay.
Remember Dan? The mailman?
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of Dan a little bit.
I can see it.
Hopefully, he's not as cringe as Dan Foley, though.
Yeah, Dan was a little cringe, especially the reunion.
Who would you have as your bottom 3 right now, Tony?
Probably Annie. And we're not counting Nicole because she's out.
I counted her because I'm talking about the first episode, and in that episode she was there.
Yeah.
That's my top two least favorite. Oh gosh, who's next? Um, Probably the other Sophie. No, I'd
Just
say
because
Shannon. Shannon's
I was
definitely
about to
the.
say it seemed like it'd be Shannon for you
It's
based on what
definitely
you said.
Shannon. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, she was definitely something. The whole yoga on the beach in the morning thing, where the breathing,
Yeah.
Savannah was dying laughing at it internally. You could just tell. She was like, "What are we doing? This is such a joke." And I was
Yeah.
thinking the same thing. Like me, if I'm in that situation, I don't know if I can held back laughter. They're just sitting there. I'm like,
She's
what is happening?
Savannah's really good at like faking like a
Oh yeah.
relationship.
That's why I said like I think she's gonna be really like slick and sly with a lot
Yeah.
of things.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, I thought like obviously we know Rizzo and Savannah are the two on 50, so you kind of think like maybe they're like a really good duo. But from what I'm seeing, it's looking more like Savannah and Nate could be the duo, which is a very, very interesting duo to me.
I like it
Or
though.
Savannah and Shannon. I
Yeah.
mean, it didn't seem like.
Yeah.
But then Nate was the one that said he liked Rizzo, so maybe maybe that's how it becomes a thing: is Savannah liking Nate, Nate liking Rizzo.
Yeah.
Let's
And
come
they all come
together.
together.
Yeah,
That's true.
Or maybe there is a swap and they get swapped together later. So
I really want to see. I want to see the Savannah and Rizzo like relationship so bad. Like that's
I
what.
think they're going to be the two top characters on this season, even if
Yeah.
they don't work together. I still think they're going to get
Yeah.
the most TV time, and they're going to balance that edit between the two of them as
and
far as they'll go.
they both got big edits in the first episode,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's not surprising.
Yeah.
We know they're going to tell their stories because
They're on 50.
they clearly
Yeah.
like them if
Yeah.
they brought them back. So like they're going to tell their stories. So
Yeah.
that'll be interesting to watch unfold. But like you said, I was definitely expecting them to kind of click more. Like I
Yeah.
was like, oh, they're going to be like a duo, maybe like the Kyle and
Camilla.
Camilla.
Is this the first time that we have seen a new era, or not new era, just a new player returning before they returned? So we can watch them play their first time, and we already know that they're playing again. And
I don't remember it
I
ever
don't think
happening.
we've ever been able to do that. So
Well, I didn't watch
to have that
Survivor. Like,
relationship with that Survivor player of being able to watch them, knowing that they're a returning player as
Yeah.
the first time, and then watch it. I mean, unless you're watching it not live, this is probably the first time live that
Yeah.
we've been able to do
So I
this.
didn't watch
Yeah.
Survivor Live before the new era, so I'm not really sure. But like examples that it could have happened, I think, are Russell. Like I don't know if Russell's
Did you know
season.
that he was going to be on Heroes versus Villains? Did they know that cast
Yeah.
before Samoa?
I'm
That I
pretty
don't
sure
know.
they never dropped a cast before a season, before the previous season happens.
Correct.
Okay.
Like I'm pretty sure they always like would have 49 happen, then drop the 50
Do
cast.
that. Maybe
Yeah.
do some research and see if I can find if that's the case or not. But
You
I
can
don't
also
think
look at like Pearl Islands and the All Stars, like Rupert, things like that.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's very
Amanda
interesting
from
knowing in
Amanda
advance.
from China to Micronesia. So there's
Yeah.
options.
James as well.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I got from the first episode. I enjoyed it. It was good. I'm happy Survivor's back. I was happy with the boot.
Yeah.
Didn't have her on my fantasy drafts or anything. So overall, it was a successful first.
Actually,
Yeah.
I
Pick her. I
predicted
was left with her. Huh?
my predictions had Annie being the first vote, so I was super close.
Yeah.
And instead, I got
I mean,
Nicole, who I had like getting like fifth place or something. So
Yeah.
wow, you were high on Nicole. That's surprising.
Fifth place.
yeah, I don't know. I just thought that
Fifth place?
Oh, fifth place or fifth out?
fifth
Fifth place.
Oh God.
Like, how
Something
are
like
you
that.
that high on Nicole?
I thought she'd be better at challenges, strength wise, and that
Yeah.
like that would kind of carry her a little bit. But and then I felt like once she got to the merge, she would probably find a way in. But no, I was wrong.
I literally had Annie and Nicole 17 and 18 on my preseason rankings.
They're on the same
So
fried. That's wild prediction.
they just stood out as like these are going to be the worst players.
Yeah.
And then they were. So I mean, it didn't shock me to watch them be bad, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
Right,
Well,
anything else? Last minute, last things. Anything else we want to go over? Any other comments you guys want?
No, excited for
good.
episode 2.
yeah, I was just about to say that. I'm ready for episode 2 now. I want to see those relationships build and backstabbing happen.
Yeah, hopefully we get a different tribe losing. But if
Yeah,
not, I mean, the nanny goes, whatever, that's fine too. It would just be kind of a less exciting episode. But yeah.
agree. All right,
All
y'all.
right.
Stay check back in next week for episode 2, and hope you all had fun watching.